So if I may, let me just say one thing. Today I was asked a question and it almost left me perplexed. But with that being said, I need to cover this subject. Here's another thing they don't tell you when you're a parent. You can try to explain to your child in many different ways what life's all about. But in the end, that child is still going to make the same mistakes, if not worse. So let me talk to you as a parent what it is you need to look for. First of all, it is a difficult subject to try to cover because nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about politics, everybody's talking about success, but I don't really hear much about what it is when it comes to parenting. Why are we afraid to talk about parenting 100% real? It's the same thing like when you talk about death. The moment I talk about death, people think I'm crazy. Right now, you might think that I'm a little overwhelmed and that I sound way too passionate. But the thing is, the reason why I sound passionate is because I am passionate about bringing the truth to the forefront. I'm tired of watching shows that talk about this, that talk about that, but they don't really want to touch the subject when it comes to parenting. We need to ask ourselves, why are we afraid to talk about reality? I'll tell you why you're afraid to talk about reality is because if it doesn't bring you anything, then you don't want it. And what I've noticed lately with this new up and coming generation, they don't want responsibility. That's the difference between this new generation and my dying generation. We were instilled with responsibility at a very young age. Unfortunate, because of that situation, I was able to kind of find a medium to not instill the same principles that my family tree has always stumbled upon. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you definitely want to think twice before you even put it on the table. So ultimately what I'm saying is, if you're finding that talking about death is taboo, then I think you're living wrong, because your children are being taught on a daily, whether it be by their phone, whatever they're looking up on social media, or television, cartoons. So why not step up to the plate and teach your children what you think they need in order to not make the same mistakes you done? So, what am I talking about? I am trying to speak as far as what the reality of parenting is. This will probably be something that our children will not understand until they become parents, and seasoned parents for that most. The hardest part about being a parent is dealing with the mental, spiritual pain. For instance, I have a child who is beautiful. I'm not putting them down. They're all different in their own genuine way. But this child, whenever they want something, they give me a kiss first. And to me, that kiss is a resemblance of a story I once read that had a character who kissed its leader before betrayal. Hence called, some of you might know it as Judas Kiss. This kid of mine catches me off guard sometimes and kisses me. And on a subconscious level, I'm already prepped. What do you want? What do you need? What did you do? How much is it going to cost me? Those are not things that I'm tossing out to the universe, but instead I think that portion alone is what makes the universe have that gray area. If I turn around and I get up this morning with a great attitude and I go to work, I already projected it to the universe. So I'm going to have a good day at work because I choose to stay positive. With my children, I choose to stay positive. I still believe deep in my soul that they're going to make the best choices in life to give themselves a run for their money. But instead, my children keep failing, and that's okay, because they have to fall many times before they can realize, like, oh wait, dad wants the best for me. None of what dad said was meant to keep me down, but instead, dad really wants me to succeed. So, when that child kisses me, I'm already feeling down. It shouldn't be that way. But that comes with the territory of being a parent. See, the difference between the videos I put up and any other person who's making revenue or whatever the heck it may be, I don't edit my videos. You're getting it 100% real. I don't sit here and write a dialogue. I just tell it like it is, how I'm feeling at the time. And majority have given me some sort of feedback saying, that's what I like about your channel, that you tell it like it is. But the thing is, I don't want you to look at it as a channel. I want you to look at it as a window to parenting, to what is expected. And if you're about to become a parent, this is what's coming your way. So by you knowing what's coming your way, you can be prepared. What have I learned about parenting so far? Is that I 100% love my family. And because I love my family, the pain that comes with loving my family, and that goes to anybody who wants to live that same way, is that the pain that comes with it is going to be betrayal. No matter which way you look at it, that's the type of pain you're going to get. I'm telling you up front, I don't care what anybody else tells you. Yeah, okay, so they're probably living a different way, but let's not lie to ourselves. Sit back, look in the mirror, and tell me I'm wrong. You got to pick your pain. What kind of pain do you want? I've covered this before. So many people have covered it as well. The template is there. You got to pick what kind of pain you want. You want to be successful and rich, then the pain is you're never going to be home because you're always going to be providing. You want to be at home with your family, raise your family, then you're going to have the pain of, am I going to make it? How am I going to make it? And that's a good pain because that's what keeps you alive. That's what keeps you going forward. But the pain of betrayal, that is the toughest pain that you'll ever have to endure. Because not even your soul was prepared for that. So each time I get a hug or a kiss, I always find myself questioning it all. But with that being said, I'm already prepped. As a parent, nobody tells you until now what to expect. If you thought that growing up was hard because your parents couldn't get you what you wanted and it caused you tears, and then you had birthdays and presents and Christmases and more presents, and some of them were tears of joy, let me be the first to tell you that you're going to have a different kind of pain and different kind of tears. Now I'm speaking parables here. I'm tired of telling the whole world this is how it is, this is how it was, and this is how it's going to be. And nobody listens. So now I'm just going to tell you with metaphors I'm gonna tell you stories, and if you listen and understand, good for you. If you get the message, good for you. And if you don't, at least you could go back and listen to it over and over again until it speaks to you and you figure it out. What I notice is that people nowadays don't care. We can give you the template for free. You won't take it. But yet someone offers you the template for $25,000 and you go get yourself in debt for $25,000. It doesn't make sense in my head. So ultimately, figure out what you really want and how you want to be that parent that you never had. That's the secret right there. And I promise you, if you remember the child you were and the parent you had or didn't have, wish you had, and you become that 10 times better, you will be set up for success as far as parenting. But take it from me, parenting equals a different form of pain you've never, ever prepped yourself with. Doesn't matter how much pain you went through when you were in love, this is a different type of pain. I promise you. Once that child takes that first breath, your world changes. So be ready for it. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep moving forward.